Looks like it's hot, not frozen. Anyway, Jesus, the SOS. Okay. We've got a cautionary tale for you, and yes, it's about a frozen penis. And after this tale, Cenk apparently has a story about a frozen penis. I didn't expect this, but it's coming. The story, that is. Anyway, this involves the Winter Olympics and a Finnish cross-country skier named Remi Lindholm, who apparently experienced the dreaded frozen penis while competing in an event. Told reporters immediately after a race that his penis almost froze as he endured howling winds and freezing weather. The second time that it's happened in his skiing career. I've always felt the same way about frozen penis as meth, not even once, but some people double dip. Anyway, he said, you can guess which body part was a little bit frozen when I finished. It was one of the worst competitions I've been in. It was just about battling through. And bear in mind, this happens because it was extremely cold there. The Winter Olympics in China took place in frigid temperatures and freezing weather. One event was actually delayed because of concerns about frostbite, but even after that, it was still terrible. They wear underlayers and plasters to cover their faces and ears. Some of them might soon start to distribute those a bit more southward. But Lindholm eventually had to be treated for the oncoming frostbite. And he said that when the body parts start to warm up, that's when the pain becomes unbearable. And you can see, we'll put up a few pictures of Remi. We don't know at what point of the freeze this is, but that ain't fun.
All right, so there's so many amazing parts of the story. First of all, he came in 28th.
It's still amazing, I couldn't.
Yeah, no.
I'd have died and been frozen.
No, brother, pack it up, okay? If you think your penis is about to be frozen and you're in 28th, I hate quitting. I can't stand it. But there's a time for everything. Okay, that's if ever there was a time to quit, when you think, I wonder if my penis will be frozen again. Okay, because it already happened to him once, right? So the minute that thought occurs to you and you see 27 people in front of you, okay.
Oh no, not again.
Right, just raise a hand. You know what, I need some help here. He's from Finland, so he's like, I'm finished.
Okay. They always ask though, what would you sacrifice for greatness? And obviously you sacrifice time and perhaps relationships, a potential career. You work hard for years. Will you sacrifice your junk? Will you do that?
No.
At the end of the day, some people are tougher.
Yeah, no, well, that would be sacrificing my greatness.
That joke came in 28th place.
Okay, no, there's so many more parts of the story. Apparently a Swedish guy, this is real, okay, was worried about the same exact thing, right?
More about the meatballs, I assume?
Well, no, but if it had fallen off, then he'd have sweet nothings. I certainly would be bittersweet if he won, but lost it in the meanwhile. Okay, so anyways, look, how did it come close to happening to me? Not that, okay? But I got frostbite on my other head, so on my face. I was skiing, it was bitterly cold in Vermont, and they warned us about frostbite, but because I was a dumb young male, I was like, well, yeah, I'm tougher than the weather. Right? So we go on the ski lift, and then the ski lift takes forever. And if you ever skied on the East Coast, it's just frozen. When it gets that cold, the whole thing's frozen anyway. There's no point in skiing under those conditions, but we're dumb. And so as soon as I got off the ski lift, the guy's like, your face is frozen, go inside.
He can just look at you and tell.
Yeah, there was a guy checking for frostbite when you got off the ski lift. And he's pulling out like every third guy or so, right? There's almost no women at that point because they're smarter than us. They're like, oh, your face might freeze. They're like, okay, I'm gonna call it a day. Okay, it's called hot cocoa. It's got my name on it.
Sounds delightful,
right? So I go, but I don't know what to do with it, right? I've never had my face frozen before, and so somebody told me to go put it under the hand dryers, which is, it turns out, terrible idea. So I'm doing that. Because they have a thing up at the top of the mountain, right? A tiny little, you can't even get food, it's just a bathroom, I guess. Anyways, from what I roughly recollect. And a guy comes to the bathroom and he's like, don't do that. He's like, oh my God, you're gonna burn your face off. Don't do it, because he knows I have frostbite, right?
Yeah.
Because half the people up there have frostbite, and then he told me how to treat it, etc. But
stick your head in the freezer as fast as possible.
Yeah, no. He's like, what you're really gonna want to do is cross country skiing. Okay, you're gonna want to come in 28th. Okay, and so no, he told me how to treat it. Thank God, a wonderful guy, help someone you don't know. But the most important thing was they told me from then on, once you get frostbite once in a certain area, you're much more likely to get it again.
Really?
Yeah, and so that's why, in all seriousness, this guy's nuts. Well, okay, but the minute you get frost, and by the way, when you get frostbite, not only can it fall off, okay, but a lot of times, if it's not as severe, your skin peels off. And so that's the non-severe version of it. So the first time you get frostbite on your penis should be the last time you get frostbite on your penis. If that happened to me, I'd never leave Hawaii. I'd move there and I would never leave. Because I mean, you don't want to take any chances. It gets into the 50s in LA.
I know. You open up the window on the freeway, it could be it.
Whoa, roll it back up, big guy. Not so much AC.
I'm moving to the surface of the sun. Jesus.
Okay, but you're right. That is dedication to the craft. Wow.
Exactly. By the way, obviously this solution, if you can get ready for the last picture of this, wasn't ready to go for this Winter Olympics. But if we have to assume that future Winter Olympics could have its share of potentially frozen penises, there is this.
Oh yeah, well, I guess if that's enough for some people.
Thank you, Sierra Whiskey. Thank you.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.